Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk men's basketball. And with us, head coach Andy Bronkema. Coach, first of all, welcome back to the show.
Thanks.
Two teams this past weekend, Lake Superior State and Northwood, that you beat on the road, but two highly intense games this past weekend here on your home floor at Wink Arena.
Yep, beat them on the road, lost them at home, so go figure. This league is a great league. We talk about it on almost all of our shows here, and you know, two good games. And well, Thursday we got it handed to us a little bit. Our effort wasn't, or excuse me, Thursday our effort wasn't there. But Saturday was just a classic GLIAC game, and probably a fun one for the fans to watch.
So we go to some of the highlights of Thursday's action against Northwood, the tremendous offensive team that you were taking on here on your home floor.
Yeah, they can really play, and every once in a while, you know, they just have those games where no one's going to beat them. It was a deadly combination on Thursday. You know, we missed quite a few open shots, wide open shots, and they hit some contested shots. But in order to overcome that, you got to have some defensive awareness and intensity, and we were definitely missing that throughout the game. So credit to Northwood, and then, you know, we hadn't lost 2 games all year, so our guys bounced back with a great mentality and a great effort on Saturday, and you know, back-to-back losses for the first time. So adversity's kind of at our front door, and we're you know, attacking it head on. So we're looking forward to the next one.
This game here, kind of a different story in terms of the three-point shooting. They had a tremendous shooting performance from the outside, and you had some shots that just didn't fall.
Yeah, and like I say, every once in a while you're going to have a game with that combination. That's a deadly combination, but you could sometimes overcome it with you know, your defensive intensity and positioning and just making some of the little plays. But we weren't as aware as we needed to be. That's a great play right there. I mean, we made a lot of nice plays, and we're just a little misguided with our effort and our intensity and just our focus. So.
Had the 5-point halftime lead, a game that was back and forth throughout the second half. Anybody's ball game here for most of the second half.
Yeah, for most of the second half, but you know, teams are going zone on us, and we're getting some good looks. We gotta be confident with it, and you know, make some of those inside layups. We've been rebounding real well against these zones that people have been playing against us, and you know, overall just one click away, and you know, that's a tough play right there over our best defender in James and a great shot blocker in Hankins, and he switches hands to his left hand and makes a floating layup. I mean, you got to give him credit.
Offensive board right there by Noah King, and you did a great job here this weekend, really crashing the glass offensively.
Yeah, we crashed the glass great, and you know, but Noah's got to hit that outside shot. He's been off the last 4 games, and we know he's going to hit those in the next few because the averages, you know, they average out, and he's a good shooter for us. But he's got to step up when that zone hits and knock a few down for us.
Final score here on Thursday night, 91-84, and didn't have a whole lot of time as you get prepared to take on Lake Superior State for the 6th time in the past year, and certainly 2 teams that knew each other well going into Saturday's game.
Yeah, I don't know if you even need a lot of time. I mean, you might as well go back to back. There's such a, you know, familiar team, and as I'm sure we are for them, but it just all comes down to making some big plays, and I thought we played really hard in this game, played well in a lot of stretches. You know, it was that last 5 minutes where we missed out on a couple opportunities, an in and out 3, you know, a couple missed layups by Stoliker, who usually makes them. He's 3rd in the conference in shooting percentage. You got to roll with that percentage. And then they made a couple plays down the stretch. You know, there was a really big no travel call, you know, by a veteran official. It was a good official crew, a couple of the top officials in the league. So real happy to have them on a tough game like this. But you know, he missed it, and that'll happen. But that'll give us a chance to tie it with 40 seconds left, or take the lead, and instead we were down 4, and real tough play to swallow, and you know, but there was a lot of other plays that were more in our control than that one. So tough loss, great GLIAC game, good team, and you know, we were on the short end of the stick.
One of those games that was really physical and intense, back and forth throughout.
Yeah, you know what, Lake State plays a physical brand of basketball, you know, and but so do we. We don't mind doing that. Basketball in general is pretty physical these days, and you know, that's just something that's part of the game right now. And I don't think we have a lot of choice one way or the other. That's the way the game's going. So do the best we can. Great job by Peter. No, I didn't play Peter enough in this game. He needed some more minutes. But in that zone, we were trying to get some shooters in there. Not that Pete can't shoot. There's a few things I want back as a coach, but it's all in hindsight. So we're moving forward, and I'm just lucky, we're lucky to have such a great group. I guarantee this team's going to be ready to go Thursday with a lot of positive energy, and we'll see what happens.
Bulldogs had 4 in double figures here. Josh Fleming, 19 points, 11 rebounds, a double-double for you here in this ball game.
that might be the brightest spot, just to see Josh, back in a dominating fashion. Played really well, and played really well in the high post in that zone for us. So a lot of positives to take out of it, other than we lost both games, and we're still excited and fired up for the remainder of the season.
This week, 2 games here on tap for the Bulldogs, 3 games left in the regular season at home against Hillsdale on Thursday, and senior night, a chance to honor your 4 seniors.
What a great group, and they have a chance to close out this year and be one of the most decorated classes, really in the last 25 years. So they know that, and they're up to that challenge. So we're looking to close it out, but senior night will be a good night to get those guys the recognition that they deserve.
Tough matchup again as Hillsdale comes in with one of the top scorers in the conference in Kyle Cooper.
Yep. Finally, he's second in rebounding instead of first. Jared's been rebounding like a maniac this year and is in front of him in first place for the rebounds. But Kyle Cooper is, if not the most special talent in the league individually, real close to it. So we're going to have to do a great job on him, and I think we're up to that challenge, and I'm looking forward to trying to stop him.
Playing at home, what does that fan support meant? 2 great crowds this past weekend.
It's been tricky. We've lost a lot more games at home this year than we've kind of been road warriors. But I just think it's just again, the strength of the league is home or away, and teams are in these games. But it's fun to play at Wink Arena in front of the home fans, and the support that we get. And I hope that they're happy with the way the team's performing, and they should be. This is a great group of guys, and win or lose, they're putting their heart on the line and putting themselves out there. So we're going to ask them to do it a few more times this year.
Finally, after the Hillsdale game at Saginaw, then at Grand Valley to wrap up the regular season, what are the goals here in the final 3 games?
Goal is to win them all, one at a time, a 3-game win streak, one game at a time type of deal, and then try to get that first round home GLIAC game. That's still available to us, and finish with the highest seed that we possibly can for that conference tournament. But individually, each one of those games is going to Saginaw, the league champs. They're an amazing team. They beat us by 2 I think it was 2 points at home. The first time they beat us in a few tries. That's going to be a classic game down there. And then going to the rivals, who will be fighting for the 8th seed, or 7th or 8th seed in the conference tournament. So each game is just going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to them.
Well, Coach, best of luck to the Bulldogs as you play your final home game here in the regular season on Thursday night, and then at Saginaw on Saturday.
Appreciate it.
We'll be back next week again for more Ferris Sports Update. A reminder, you can follow all the action online at ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Thanks for tuning in.